The story begins with Nathan, his wife Amy, and their daughter Lily. This family of 3 has come to their village to spend a holiday. Now, since Amy is a lawyer and Nathan too stays so busy with work that he can't give the family much time, the 3 of them plan this getaway. They're just about to reach the village by car when something ominous happens. They spot a dead deer on the road. Swerving to avoid it, the car narrowly escapes an accident. Otherwise, something terrible might have happened that day, but little did they know that this was merely the beginning of what lay ahead. Putting the incident behind them, the 3 reached their village home, where they had to set everything up. Lily doesn't much like this place because there's no internet here, and the people here mostly live closer to nature. So Amy tells her, "I'll take you around to all sorts of places, dear, so you won't feel bored," and Lily agrees. As they're getting things set up, while Amy is out in the garden, an old man named Tom, who lives next door, suddenly appears. Startled by his sudden arrival, Amy gets scared and asks, "Who are you?" Tom reassures her, No, there's nothing to be afraid of. I live next door. I didn't know you all were coming. I thought someone was breaking in to steal, so I just came over to check." Amy finds it a little odd, but then she lets it go. After this, Tom comes over to Amy's house with his wife Rachel to introduce themselves as the neighbors. In conversation, both Tom and Rachel seem perfectly pleasant. They're both elderly, but no one lives with them. The 2 of them live here alone. They've even brought some food for Amy and her family. Their demeanor, the way they talk, and so on, appeals to Nathan quite a lot, so he invites them to a party that's set for Saturday. Rachel and Tom have no objection and immediately agree to come. But here Amy's mood sours a little. She feels it isn't right to get this friendly this quickly. Let's get to know them a bit first, she thinks. But Nathan says, "Come on, what lovely people they are. Besides, what need is there to formally get acquainted with the neighbors? That just happens naturally through conversations like these." So Amy can't say anything to that. Now Saturday arrives. Nathan had invited the other families from the neighborhood as well, and everyone shows up and gets acquainted with Nathan and Amy. Everything seems perfectly fine, but Amy notices that both Tom and Rachel are talking to Lily a little too much, as if they want to form a slightly deeper bond with her. The other neighbors tell Amy that Tom is a somewhat strange man. He used to be in the military, they say. He still keeps plenty of weapons in his house, and even now, scenes of war and the like keep replaying in his mind. He keeps talking about those things. It seems his mental balance is a little off. Hearing this, Amy immediately goes over to Lily and says, "Sweetheart, your dad is calling you. Go see him." And Lily walks off. Now, Amy had already been suspicious of Tom, feeling the man seemed really odd, and the neighbor pretty much confirmed it. I mean, they told her Tom had been in the army, that war scenes keep running through his head, and that there are weapons in the house, so Lily feels frightened too. As soon as Lily leaves, Tom and Rachel make an excuse and head off, saying something came up and they'll come again some other time, as if they only wanted to talk to Lily but couldn't manage to. Now they're leaving, and this makes Amy even more anxious. After this, Amy takes Lily for a walk in the forest, but a little way in, they overhear Tom and Rachel talking about something between themselves, and just as Amy steps closer to listen in, her foot lands in a bear trap, and the moment they hear the noise, Tom and Rachel rush over. Tom hurriedly tries to free Amy from the trap, otherwise her whole leg would have been severed, but Tom saved her, and Amy repays the favor by yelling at him, "Who on earth sets up something like this in the forest? What is it you people are even doing?" Tom says, "The area you're standing in is part of our property, and we set this up so no one trespasses here." But Amy is in no mood to accept that. She says, "You people are crazy. You do really strange things. Please stay away from our family." Hearing this, Tom and Rachel feel hurt. They were only helping, so what's gotten into her? Now at night, Lily says to Amy, "Mom, why do you stay so anxious all the time? You get scared over the smallest things. Everything's fine, isn't it?" So Amy explains, "Honey, before Nathan came into my life, there was some stranger who would follow me at all hours, stalking me. I even complained to the police, but whether he was ever caught, I don't know. Because of him, I often stay very frightened. And ever since then, for some reason, I get scared in every situation. But don't you worry, everything will be fine. All I want is to keep you safe." Then to lift everyone's mood, Nathan pulls out a locket and handing it to Amy says, "I brought a gift for you. We've taken a holiday after such a long time, so I thought I'd make this happiness even more memorable." Seeing this, Amy is very happy too. And just then, an emergency alert comes through on their phones. It reports that a prison van was traveling along a nearby road, that it crashed, and that one prisoner took advantage of the accident to escape. That prisoner is a murderer. He often breaks into homes to steal, and if anyone spots him, he kills them. So everyone is kindly requested to keep their doors and windows shut while the police try to track him down. The moment they read this alert, all three are worried. Now there's a real problem. Amy and Lily grow even more frightened. They tell Nathan, "We don't feel like staying here. Come on, let's go back to our own home." So Nathan says, "All right, pack up your things." The three of them quickly pack up and set off to leave the village. But there's a roadblock ahead. The police say, "It's already night. We've warned everyone in advance. Everyone is to stay safe indoors. So where are you all going? Please head back home." Now Nathan had no other option, so he listens, turns the car around and reassures Amy, "It's hardly a given that the prisoner is going to break into our house specifically. We'll just stay careful. Nothing will happen. Don't be afraid." After this, the three return to the village house. Now, at night, while they're asleep, they hear the sound of the back door's glass shattering. Hearing it, Nathan grabs a bat and rushes downstairs to see who's gotten in. As soon as he's down, he sees a broken flower pot, meaning someone must have been trying to get in. Nathan hadn't even found the prisoner when there's another knock at the door. All three are scared. What's happening here? Who could be at the door? Mustering her courage, Amy goes to the door with a knife in her hands. But when she looks out through the glass, she realizes it's Tom and Rachel, who have come carrying guns and the like. Amy opens the door and invites them in. Rachel explains, "We heard the sound of something breaking. We thought the prisoner must have come, so we brought weapons to protect you." Amy says she doesn't know where the prisoner went. He might still be hiding in the house. Hearing this, Rachel says, "If that's the case, we have a bunker we built for exactly this kind of emergency. The three of you can come stay with us in it. It's impossible for the prisoner to get in there. You'll be completely safe." Now, Amy didn't want to go, especially not with Tom and Rachel, but Nathan and Lily agree. For the moment, the bunker seems safer to them than the house. So Amy has to go along with them too, and the three come into the bunker, which seems perfectly safe. But if any trouble ever arose here, getting out would become very difficult, or even impossible. Rachel and Tom welcome the three warmly, treating them like guests. Nathan and Lily are quite comfortable, but Amy is still tense, worried something might go wrong. And inside the bunker, Tom has a whole office-like room that looks rather menacing, heavily research-like, covered in information about how many wars he fought, who all he killed in them, and what his missions were. There are even photos of Amy and her family up there. On top of that, Tom is sitting there trying to listen in on police chatter through a radio to hear whether the prisoner has been caught. Now, any normal person would be at least a little frightened seeing all this, no matter how friendly the other person was being. Amy was in exactly that state. By the next day, there's still no news about whether the prisoner was caught, so it still wasn't safe to step out. Tom had mentioned there's no internet in the bunker either, so the only way to learn what the police were doing was through the radio, which meant Amy would have to depend on Tom to find out whether the prisoner had been caught. After a while, exploring the bunker, Amy walks into a room that looks like a storeroom. As she comes in, she spots a locked box that seems very strange, and right beside it is a teddy bear stained with blood. Amy is shaken. What could a blood-stained teddy bear mean? And just then Tom shows up there too, so Amy hides. Tom opens that very box, which is full of bullets and guns, meaning he's fully ready for any war or to kill anyone. Frightened by all of this, Amy decides that no matter what, she'll leave for her own home the next day, whether or not the prisoner has been caught. So Tom and Rachel don't stop her either, and the three return home. A little while later, Amy steps outside for some fresh air. But then she notices that the neighbor's garden is completely in disarray, meaning something went wrong there. As she nervously steps inside the house, she's stunned because the neighbors' bodies are lying there. Know which neighbors? The very ones who had said Tom was a somewhat strange man, and here both of them have been killed with their throats slit. Amy is in shock when Tom comes over, steadies her, and says, "Come with me. I told you it wasn't safe to stay here." After this, the three, Amy, Nathan, and Lily, return to the bunker. All those things are still running through Amy's mind. The bodies and Tom's sudden appearance at that spot. It was all very strange. She wonders whether he might be keeping an eye on her, and that's exactly what gnaws at her. Now, she may be staying in the bunker, but she doesn't trust Tom and Rachel even 1%. So at night, after everyone's asleep, Amy quietly slips into Tom's office and starts searching through everything. There she discovers that Tom has access to the CCTV of the neighbors who had just been killed. Can you believe it? and it was from there that he had seen Amy enter the neighbor's house, which is exactly why he'd come to her. So now Amy checks who had come there before her, meaning whoever committed the murders, who was it? But all the videos have been deleted from the camera, from that CCTV. This means Tom is hiding something. He either knows the killer or he himself is the killer. Because back when Tom was in the military, he was a trained killer sent only on dangerous missions. Just as Amy is about to dig up more information, Tom shows up. So Amy makes an excuse, saying she couldn't sleep and thought she'd look around a bit, and that she saw the light on in his office and figured she'd come see him. Tom says, "All right, go and rest now, I have work to do." But Amy can't hold back. She asks him, "When you were in the military, what kind of missions did you go on? How did you treat the others?" Tom says, "Look, I understand what you're trying to ask, but everyone I've killed, I didn't kill without reason. They were all part of missions. I have no taste for killing people for fun." Tom had realized that Amy took him for a bad man, so he set the record straight on that. But Amy still doesn't trust him in the slightest. She's made up her mind to get out of here no matter what. Then she tells Nathan everything too. But Nathan sensibly says, "Are you crazy? You're just overthinking. Tell me one thing. In a situation like this, who actually stands by anyone? Those two are looking after us. Isn't that enough? And here you are suspecting them. Go and apologize to them. They must feel awful." But even so, Amy isn't convinced. So she half decides, fine, let me see what happens. But she makes a plan of her own and brings Lily into it as well, because her biggest concern was Lily. Together, the two of them plan to escape from there. But for that, she'd first need a gun to protect herself. Otherwise, they could run into trouble escaping if Tom spotted them. So to steal a gun and bullets, while everyone is having dinner, Amy deliberately spills a bit of sauce on Tom. He goes off to clean it, and in the meantime, Lily pretends to vomit, so Rachel has to take her to the bathroom. That window gives Amy her chance to get into Tom's office, because the key to the box holding the bullets and gun is kept right there. She does get the key, but Nathan snaps at Amy again. "What is this drama? I saw what you did. Stop all of this." But Amy tells him nothing about what she's planning, because Nathan isn't going to listen to her anyway. Now, all Amy needs is a chance to grab the gun and slip out of there. While waiting for that opportunity, Amy chats a little with Rachel, and during the conversation, she learns that a grandson used to live with Tom and Rachel, but he died in an accident. This means that blood-stained teddy bear belonged to that grandson, but whether he died in an accident, or they killed him, or who killed him, isn't clear. In the next scene, Amy hears a radio that was on in Tom's office. On it, the police are announcing that the prisoner has been caught, but Tom hadn't told anyone about it yet, which made it clear he wouldn't let anyone leave the bunker so easily, so he's concealing the whole truth, and that was enough to push Amy to get out of there. So she doesn't waste a single moment. She goes straight to the storeroom, unlocks the box with the key, and takes the gun and bullets. She gets Lily ready and the two of them prepare to leave, but just then her gaze falls on Nathan, who is talking with Tom. During the conversation, Nathan asks Tom about the war and his old memories, which Tom doesn't like, because he wanted to forget those things. Because of this, he grows a little angry and shouts at Nathan, and Amy had realized that if she didn't act now, Tom would hurt Nathan. So she points the gun straight at Tom and Rachel and says, "That's enough of your act, you people won't get away now." She tells Nathan, "Please come with me. I told you before that these people aren't right. Now you've seen it." Nathan and the others try to calm Amy down. "Look, this isn't right. Put the gun down." And just then, Rachel shoves Amy from behind and the gun slips from her hands. Now Amy is left on her own. Then Nathan grabs Tom's gun and, aiming it at Tom and Rachel, says, "I don't know whether you two are in the wrong or not, but I'll do anything to protect my family." Here, Tom and Rachel were trapped from both sides, and now, if they made any move, their death was certain. Then Tom says to Amy, "I was doing all of this to save you and Lily. There's only one person here who's a threat to all of us, and that's Nathan. Nathan is a well-known criminal. I pulled up his records and called the police too. They should be here any moment." Amy can't believe it. "What nonsense are you talking?" To which Tom says, "I sent Nathan's photo to my former military comrades, and they recognized him. He's a killer, hiding from the police and living here. You must have noticed that Nathan often brings you new jewelry. He steals all of it from his victims. The one who killed the neighbor's family was none other than Nathan. He was recorded on the CCTV. The prisoner had been caught long ago, but I deliberately told Nathan to stay here so I could gather evidence and hand it to the police. As for the truth about Nathan, you had once dealt with a stalker, and it was only after that stalker that Nathan entered your life. According to the police report, that stalker was Nathan himself, who did all of it to trap you. I hope you now understand who the real culprit is here." Hearing all this, Amy is stunned. She asks Nathan, "Is Tom telling the truth, Nathan? Did you really kill the neighbors? Are you really a killer?" But Nathan doesn't answer a single question. He just keeps the gun pointed at Tom and Rachel, and his silence makes it clear that all of it is true. Nathan says, "I never harmed you or Lily. Everything was going fine, but these old folks ruined it all." Now he takes Lily and walks out of the bunker, locking the bunker gate behind him, saying, "I have nothing more to do with you people. I'm taking Lily with me." Amy tries to stop him, but Nathan was already gone. Then Tom leads Amy out through a back route so she can save Lily. She immediately starts firing at Nathan, so he runs to save his own life, leaving Lily behind. Then Amy quickly goes to Lily and tells her, "Honey, go to Tom and Rachel. I'll try to stop Nathan." Friends, judging by Nathan's state here, it seems his mental balance isn't right. He's perfectly fine toward his family, but he still hasn't given up killing, so he could have harmed Lily and Amy at any time. That's why, thanks to Tom and Rachel, his truth came out just in time, and the man we'd suspected from the very start turned out to be innocent. Now you tell me, did you ever think Nathan would be the culprit? Now Amy and Nathan come face to face, where Nathan tries to kill Amy, calling her a traitor. "I always took care of you, but you trusted those old people. Look, I'm ready to make a fresh start. I'll forget everything and live as a family again." But Amy doesn't relent and forces him to step right onto the bear trap, which leaves Nathan writhing in pain right there. Now there was no chance of him escaping. The police arrive and arrest Nathan. Tom and Rachel's bravery and love saved Amy and Lily. The two of them were so close to Lily because they saw in her their own grandson, who had fallen victim to an accident. Amy embraces them both and thanks them for saving her from such a terrible ordeal. And now Amy and Lily are on their own. They'll carry on the journey ahead by themselves. With that, the movie comes to an end. We'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching.